What's up, guys? I haven't been on YouTube in a while. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I've been on here. I've actually made probably like 3 videos since the last video I made, but they never got posted because I just didn't like how they turned out. So, yeah. I've never done a live, so my apologies if some of the technicalities don't work out. I'm actually wondering if you can hear me right now because I didn't really set up audio, but I did set up my camera. So I don't know. Just hope for the best, I guess. Um, I'm gonna start off by doing my eyebrows with the Anastasia Dip Brow. I've gone through this so much. I need to get a different one. But fortunately, it hasn't dried out like at all. So I have a couple different colors. For this one, I'm using the dark brown, which I do think is a little too dark, but I like using it anyway. And I was trying to film this earlier, but I think I was doing it like on private or something. I think now people can see it, I hope. I don't know. The whole life thing is so confusing to me, and it honestly just stresses me out knowing that I can't like block certain things or like repeat myself because I'm actually live versus recording and then going back and editing certain things that I didn't like how I sound or what I said. So that's a little bit stressful. That's my dog that usually gets cut out every time he barks. I'm going for more of a straight brow. So I normally have like very arched eyebrows, like straight, and then I have like a peak and then it goes down. I kind of plucked the peak out a little bit just to kind of make it more straight. I don't do it all the time, but just sometimes I kind of like to switch up the style of my eyebrows, I guess. And this is what I'm going for today. I feel like the roundness kind of gives you more of a, I wouldn't really say like younger, but you know, like the super arched eyebrow definitely makes you look more mature. And if you round it out, it kind of gives you more of a youthful effect. I love using dip brow, but it just takes longer than like using powder or a pencil, which is why I don't really use it that often. But once you're done, like, it just looks so good. It's like such a clean look. I know most people don't do their eyebrows like this anymore, but I like it. Since I don't have like a really bushy eyebrow, this is as good as I'm gonna get. So I always try to feather the inside of the eyebrow, not the inside, but you know, this part, so it doesn't look so blocky. It kind of makes it look a little more natural, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, because if you do it super straight in the front and the back, it just makes it really like what's the word I'm thinking about? I don't know. It just makes it look really blocky. You don't want to do that. Here we go. See how much fuller it looks? I wish my eyebrows were this full, but they're not. But this is something that you can only do with dip brow. Like I can never make my eyebrows look this full with pencil. Dip brow is just so thick that it almost makes it look like you have hair there even when you don't. Um, and obviously I'm gonna clean it up with concealer. And I always like to work on one side first, just for my personal makeup. Like when I do somebody else's makeup, I'll do it at the same time. But when I do it on myself, since I already know my face so well, like it's not gonna really affect the way the makeup turns out if I do one eye first and then the other. I do feel like it's a little too thick, um, but the concealer will kind of slim it out a little bit. I think that's good. So that's basically how I do my eyebrows. There's one more step that I do, depending on how intense I want to do my eyebrows, but I don't know how much you guys can see on the camera, but my hair is like very straight and thick. So it kind of comes down a little bit, especially after I pluck it, because I pluck it very high. So the top ones just kind of fall off like this throughout the day. So I like to use the Got To Be Glued Spiking Glue Gel, Styling Gel. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. And I only put it at the ends. Or I try to focus on the ends, and then if I have a little bit left, then I'll bring it towards the front. But it's mostly just to keep my hair from, again, like falling down like that. So I just put a little bit at the end. And then whatever's left on the brush, I just brush it forward. And then this does not move. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it, but once it sets, like this hair will stay up like this all day. Like, even if I go to bed, this will keep my eyebrows from like getting wiped off. Which is kind of interesting because I've actually done it a couple times, even though I know I shouldn't fall asleep with makeup on. But sometimes it's just nice to wake up and have your eyebrows done, especially when they're this intense and you spend so much time on them, you don't really want to take them off. Uh, so yeah, I've done it a couple times. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. No, I should probably move on to the other one. So that's basically the process for my eyebrows. I'm gonna do the other one for those of you that just came in right now. Hi. So again, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Dip Brow, and it's in the color dark brown. So I've tried to actually put it on here, as you can tell, and then work from here, but it doesn't work as well as doing it on my hand. So definitely put it on your hand to warm it up first. It works a lot better. And the thing with dip brow is you gotta build it up. The more it dries, um, like the better it'll start like filling in all the empty spaces. Because sometimes when you just do it once, it's not gonna do its job. So you kind of gotta give it time, let it build itself. So again, I'm going for the straight brow look. This eyebrow tends to be lower than this eyebrow. It's just like a natural thing that happens. So it always takes me a little bit longer to build this one up. Just because I'm not really following the natural shape of the eyebrow, I'm following what this one looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty similar. So I have a scar on my eyebrow. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe you can right here. It just goes this way. So that is especially hard to fill in when I use powder or pencil. Dip brow, even with dip brow, is a little bit hard because I gotta let it dry and then I have to go over it again. And even sometimes I'll have to go over it with powder because, I don't know if you guys know this, but like scar tissue has a different texture and it doesn't really hold on to makeup and stuff like that, as well as regular skin. Um, so I always have a hard time trying to fill it in. And the story behind that is, I think I was in second or third grade. Maybe it was first grade. I honestly can't remember what year it was, but it was either first, second, or third grade. And this is when I used to live in Mexico, and I wanted to go on the swings, and the swings were made out of metal back then, or they probably are still now. But at the school, the swings were made out of metal, so it was like the metal chains, and then the seat was made out of metal too, like straight up like hard metal. And there was a girl that was swinging on the swings, and me being dumb, I like walked in front of her to go to the swing that was next to her. And I thought I had walked in front of her when she was back, because you're swinging back. But somehow I walked in front of her when she was coming forward. So like when I was walking by, it just hit me like boom, and I fell. And I remember it didn't really hurt. It was just like real like numbing. It was like a numbing pain. And I was just like, ow. And then my brother was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I got up, and then all of a sudden I just felt like cold, because the blood started dripping down my face. And then my brother was like, "You're bleeding," or whatever. And I was like, "Oh my God." And like once I saw my hand, I started like freaking out. I started crying. Like they had to take me to like the principal's office. It was super like crazy. Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, maybe I'm traumatized from that. But there was so much blood, like it would not stop. Like they had to call my mom to come pick me up, and she got like a taxi, and then we went to the hospital. And I mean, obviously, they did a really amazing job. Like, there's no texture. Like, it's super smooth off that scar. Like, I don't think I've ever had a scar be that good. They did a really good job. Um, and I had to wear like a patch, for the longest time till I healed. But I guess I got a pretty big gash. I mean, the scar is this big, which means the scar was probably like it was really big. Okay, I think that looks pretty close. Maybe a little bit more here. Okay. Now I'm just gonna clean it up using my concealer, and I'm using Born This Way by Too Faced. I keep seeing a lot of bad things about the CEO of this brand. I'm not really into like drama, stuff like that. I try not to look into things too much, but I keep seeing a lot of things about him and just the brand in general. So I think whenever I'm done using this, I'm gonna not buy their stuff anymore. Um, yeah, we don't want to do that. Right, so I'm gonna clean this up. One side's always harder just because I'm left-handed, so my left side is done so much easier than my right side. Oops. I already don't like how it's looking. Let me just try to clean it up again. Mm, yeah, this one got really messy. I'm trying to think how I'm gonna clean it up. I don't know if I want to do powder over it or not. Let me try to do a little bit more product. Okay, that wasn't bad. I feel like this one already looks so much sharper than the other one, but I know it's because I had to use a lot more product on this one because, like I said, this eyebrow is a lot thinner. So a lot of that fullness has to be drawn in. So I have to use a lot more eyebrow product. Literally, that's me right now. Val. Like I literally feel like this one is like it looks like a Sharpie eyebrow, and then this one looks better. But I'm like, can never get enough. Now I feel like I've gone too far. I can't go back now. So I'm gonna put the Got to Be Glue product at the end of my eyebrow, and then whatever's left on the brush, then I'll move it towards the front. I'm just gonna quit now before it gets worse. Yeah, it just looks so sharp. Maybe I can smoke it out a little bit. Okay. Well, it looks good on camera at least. Because in person it looks a little crazy. It's okay. I don't want to be here all day, so. Seriously, like the longest that I've ever taken me to do my makeup is like one time it took me like 4 hours just to do like a basic look. But it's because I get so detailed into it that I'm like, oh no, I can do better, I can do better. And I can literally go on. I can go on forever. I'll never have enough time. That's why some days it's just better to not do my makeup at all versus do it like half-assed, I guess. Okay. Let me clean up some of this mess I made. So for eyeshadow primer, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's literally me, just like sunscreen, or BB cream that has sunscreen is like the best thing because just put it on if you have your lashes done too. Like, because I get my lashes done, which I was saying earlier that I'm gonna actually take them off because it's kind of stopping me from doing my makeup more often. But when I get my lashes done, all I do is put sunscreen and then I just get out of the house. Like that's it. Unless I'm like going somewhere, then I recently just bought the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint. Is that what it's called? Easy Drop. Yeah, I recently started using this, but it's another step from the sunscreen, which kind of sucks. Like if this has sunscreen, this would be the best thing ever. And now I'm realizing I forgot my beauty sponge. Okay, let me go wet it and I'll be right back. Alright, so for eyeshadow primer, I usually just put like a little bit like that. I have really greasy eyelids, so if I start putting a lot, it'll turn into this huge mess. So the less product, the better, but I definitely need some. Because if I don't put product, it'll just be like this oily mess. And a lot of it got absorbed by the sponge, so I'll probably I'm gonna use a little bit more. Like, if I can see some veins, it's not enough. I'm not the type of person that can use concealer. Like, I know a lot of people use concealer as their eyeshadow base, but if I do that, like, it will not last at all. And out of all the eyeshadow primers I've tried, the Urban Decay one is the best one. Even like the original one that's almost like a clear primer, that one also works really good. But I like the white one because my eyelids have so much color. Like I have like purple and red because my veins and stuff. So the white one definitely kind of balances it out more. I'm already losing lashes. I'm scheduled to take them off on Tuesday, so coming up. I'm ready. I realize I also get super lazy with my skincare when I have lashes because I'm like, oh, I don't want to like get too much stuff around my eyes, and then I end up not having like good skincare because of my lashes. So I just need a break from them. Okay, I think that's good. I always like to make sure it's like super, 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 super patted down. All right. Let's see. I'll do this. I mostly put shadow on my lower lids. Like, yeah, that's a good idea actually. If you just put the eyeshadow before the crease, that way it'll stay there and it won't like get all over the place. Because I have such big lid space. So like I always get creases. It's mostly like the outer area stays nice, but it's like this area right here. Like it always gets super creasy. Hopefully that doesn't happen today, but it just depends on how my skin's feeling. Let's see. I kind of want to do like a orangey shadow look. I think I'm gonna use my Huda palette. Well, let me see if I can look at some photos. See if I can find something I want to do. Okay. Okay. I think I have an idea. Also gets a little too orange, but okay. I'm actually probably gonna switch back and forth from my Eyes Art palette and my Huda Beauty palette. I'm gonna do like an orangey, bronzy look. For the first color, I'm probably going to use the orange one, which is this one right here. This is gonna be the first color. And I'm gonna use a blending brush. I'm cleaning my brushes after this because they've been through a lot, and also nothing because they've been sitting here for a while. So I'm gonna start off with that orangey color. And I actually kind of feel like I should put just like the normal base color first. So do easier blending. Okay. So now that's there. Now I'm gonna go in with the orangey shade and start at the outer corner. And then we're gonna bring it in. I'm gonna put a round shadow over this. I want to make sure that the orange kind of peeks through, which is why I'm kind of spreading it out a lot more than I normally would. I think that's probably good. It's not blending very well, which I'm kind of shocked by. This palette is usually really good. I don't know. I've actually never used this shade. Yeah, it was untouched until now. It's a really pretty color though. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the other side. Let's see. My favorite part in my makeup routine. I mean, I really like doing like skin, like foundation, contour, bronzer, blush. And I realized recently that I love doing it all with cream colors or cream products. Before I used to do like my foundation and then contour was cream and then everything else was powder. But recently, I purchased the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This one, it's kind of dirty. Don't mind me. But I love this bronzer. I am obsessed with this. And then I don't know where it went, but I've been using the Rare Beauty blush thing. Kind of looks like a concealer. I don't know where it's at. I really had it right here. But yeah, just like doing my face with all cream products, it feels so good. Like I don't know if it's my skin just being more dry recently, that I just love cream products. But I love doing my face more than I love doing my shadow, if that's weird. But I feel like you can just do so much with your face to like make it look different in a lot of different ways, I don't know. Well, this is a lot more orange than I thought. Okay, so I think that's good. Actually, I feel like one side's a lot more spread out than the other. So let me add a little bit up here. Okay. And then now I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use this like brown color right here. This one. So it's like a light brown. It does have almost a cool undertone. So it's not as warm as the eyeshadow that I have on right now. It's really, it has a lot of fallout though. A lot. So I'm gonna put this over the orange. Yeah, it kind of tones it down a little bit. I'm kind of doubting my blending skills right now. Let me use the clean brush to kind of smooth this. And do the other side. I'm not really liking how this is looking, but we're too deep in it now. Yeah, I don't think the cool brown, the warm orange doesn't really blend that well because it's like two different tones. I mean, it doesn't look bad on camera, but in person, it looks pretty bad. It looks kind of like muddy, I guess. Muddy would be the word. So maybe I can fix it by adding like a darker color. But let me try to add more orange first. Get this. It's the thing with eyeshadow, like it's so unpredictable. Like if your base is not right somehow, or if the colors don't blend well together, or if the quality of the palette is not good, like there's just so many factors with eyeshadow. Um, like sometimes if the base, the eyeshadow base and the eye palette don't really like go together because like there'll be too much moisture and yeah, it's just a mess. I'm not a huge fan of eyeshadow that much. Okay, I think that's good. Good enough. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to use my Visor palette. So this is the only like eyeshadow that I know how it works, and I know it's never going to fail. I bought this palette like 3 times already, no joke. The same exact one because it works so well, and like no matter like no matter how you do your eyeshadow, you already know how it's going to blend. If that makes sense. All the other palettes, it's just like you just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But also, this is like $65, so it's all expensive. I'm gonna use the lighter shade right here. It's not I know it looks white on camera, but it's like a beigey white. It's not like super white. And I'm just gonna apply that all over the both the inner corners. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop right there. Um, I'm gonna move on to doing eyeliner. So I have a really weird way of doing eyeliner, and I don't know how many people do it like this. Um, so I'm gonna start off with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. So they actually have two pencils. This is supposed to be waterproof, right? Yeah, so this is waterproof. And then they have the 24/7 Waterline, which is a different pencil. This one lasts a lot longer, but the black is not as black, if that makes sense. This one's a little bit more see-through, and it's actually harder to apply, but it'll definitely like stay on like hardcore. But I like using this one better for at least the top because it's darker and um, I don't have to worry about it moving around as much as like the waterline, you know what I mean? So let me actually just sharpen it because I haven't sharpened it in a while. And I'm just gonna warm it up on my hand. I mean, I barely even touch it, and like you guys can see, it's like super black. It's a lot more flexible than the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna get that, and then I'm gonna use a flat brush, this one. And I'm just gonna apply this on my lash line. Not too worried about the shape right now. I just want to make sure I get really in the spaces between my lashes. So this is what they call tight lining. Okay, I think I got it. So some people like to actually like open their eye and then go under. I personally don't like to do that because the way my eye is shaped, whatever I put under there is gonna end up like here. So it just depends on your eye shape. I don't like to do that, so I'll just do it on the top and then just kind of with the pencil, kind of go in between the lashes like this. That's what I like to do. And then with the brush, I'm kind of gonna work with both the pencil and the brush. And then with the brush, I'll try to, you know, smoke it out or smooth it out or whatever. Normally, I like to do this before I put the eyeshadow on because it's kind of hard to, if you have a lot of powder on your eyelid, it's hard to put the pencil on top of it. But it worked out well because I don't think I had too much shadow in there. This is just the way I make sure that my lines are like super black. Okay, so once that is done, I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow, and I'm going to use the black shadow here. I have like an eyelash in my eye. And then I'm going to use the brush, just kind of pat that shadow in. And that's basically going to prevent the creaminess of the pencil from like sliding around. I know it doesn't look straight, but we're going to go over it with liquid liner. I have a long step process for liner. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, now that I've done the powder, or the pencil and the powder, now I can go in with the liquid, which right now I'm using the NYX matte liquid liner. And this is going to help with the edges, mostly the outer edge, because I kind of like the smoked look, but it's kind of hard to do that at the end, especially after I've already put shadow on. So this liner is going to kind of help straighten that out. Oh, I haven't done liner in forever. I'm scared. Egyptian eye symbol. Honestly, yeah, eyeliner's hard. I mean, it looks straight. I don't know if it looks straight for you guys, but it doesn't look straight to me right now. But this is why I have that as such a long process, because everything else that I did just kind of makes it look like it wasn't. It's not messed up, even though it is. And then the more you correct it, the bigger it turns out, and then you're just gonna end up with this huge ass cat liner, which is what I got going on right now. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. So after this, I would just put my lashes on. And it's already so black that I don't have to worry about the lashes like blending. Because you know how sometimes like you put your lashes on and then there's like you can see skin at the bottom, but when you do this, there's so much like eyeshadow, or the eye pencil is so much in between your lashes that there is no like skin that can show. Um, I'm not gonna put lashes on just because I have my lash extensions, but honestly, this look would look so much better with lashes. I cannot wait to get these off. Um, yeah, let me just do the other eye. Oh, kind of hurt. Oh no, I definitely got too close there. I didn't even think about that. So I'm trying to keep these lives to an hour, and I didn't realize how fast an hour went. Can you believe that? It took me an hour to do my eyebrows on eyeshadow. I am way too detailed sometimes. I gotta learn to like not be so intense because honestly, even sometimes when I have clients, I'm like, no, let me fix this, let me fix this, let me fix this, and I can literally go on all day. Um, and obviously makeup, like, there's only so much you can do to make it look perfect, but I always try my best. Too much, I'd say. Um, so once I'm done with this, I'm gonna go. But I'm gonna try to get on later this week. See what day. I think maybe like Thursday. Thursday or Friday I can get back on and we'll talk more about face. Since I did eyeshadow this week, but yeah, so I'm gonna say that Thursday or Friday, but I'll schedule it so that you guys can see and you can get notified. So don't forget to subscribe if you're not and turn on the notification bell. I'll make sure to schedule the live so that you guys are ready to come on if you want to see more about face. I'll probably do my eyeshadow and eyebrows before the live. That way when I go live, I can just go jump right into doing my face. But yeah, this eye is already not turning out like the other one. I really do hate eyeliner. Like, why does it have to look good that it makes me want to do it? But then when I do it, I'm like, I look better without doing my eyeliner. It always just turns into this super thick thing. Uh, can I ever just do thin liner? Nope, it's never gonna happen. You know what I'm also thinking about right now? I wonder if the music. Can you guys hear the music like at all? Literally, getting products ready takes so long too. Like I spent hell time right before I went on just trying to get all my stuff to put it out here so I would have to like look for it, and I still forgot some things. So yeah, time passes by really quick. I don't know how well you guys can hear the music, but I don't know if that is something that can get copyrighted, even on the live. So I'm gonna figure that out for the next video because definitely don't want my videos to get copyrighted for playing music in the background. So I didn't even think about that till like right now. Just dropping lashes everywhere. I mean, it already looks a little different, but it's okay. I'm just gonna do the liquid now, which is also super hard to get both of the corners right. I already don't like it. Why is it so hard? Does it look the same? It looks the same to me. I hope. I hope it's the same, but yeah, I can't wait to get my lashes off because this is gonna look so much nicer when I put some falsies. All right. Well, this is the look, guys. I'm gonna try to get closer so you can see all the mistakes. I want to do something more fun next time, but it was kind of like this is my first live ever, so um, next time I'll plan it out a little bit better because I think this is actually kind of fun, and it's fun that I don't have to go and edit this video after. Like I can just post it. So yeah, hopefully I'll have some more time to do it this week. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to my live, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.